Hello everybody, so today you join us doing something we haven't done for a long time. We are cutting whole crop silage. Okay, so what you see behind us is a block of barley, spring barley. Now this isn't our field, it's not our land. What we've done, we have bought this crop from our immediate next door neighbour, and we are cutting it today, or we are having it cut today. It's going to go back to the farm, into the clamp, become whole crop barley silage for the winter. So buying in forage is not something we have done in the past really, but the opportunity arose to buy this barley. We are, as is mentioned, pretty much everybody in the country, we are in a severe drought this year. We have had very low rainfall kind of since February. So it was an opportunity we couldn't miss to add to our winter forage stocks, which could prove to be very important. Okay, so right, let's have a look at what we have. So here we have our barley crop with some nice plump grains on it, and the height of the crop is pretty good considering the weather we've had. So what the important thing with whole crop cereals is you need to make sure your grain is at the correct stage, and what we want is fully formed but still very soft. So that's what we've got here, a nice plump grain of barley. If we just give it a squeeze with our thumbnail, it's still very soft, but there we are, you can see all the starch is in there. So this is the ideal stage for harvesting. Some nice green still in the straw, and the good full plump grains. That's what we're after. So the forager is here. The forager has already made a start, so let's go and have a watch, because forage harvesters aren't something we see very often on the Cow Farmer Dan channel, because we are, as regular viewers will know, we are all wagon silage for the grass. So here we are, once it has been through the forager, back at the clamp. So what we've got is a nice steel green, very finely chopped, plenty of grain in there, and the grain, like we saw in the field, nice and soft. And easily squishable. Okay, so what we don't want fully ripe grains, because if they're ripe and hard, the cows can't digest them. They will go straight through the digestive system, but because they're still soft like this, and that one's broken, they can be digested and the starch then becomes available to the cow. That's why it's cut green, and the green still in the straw will help it consolidate, get packed down nice and tight. That's why he's up there rolling and rolling. When he's not pushing the trailer loads in, he's rolling all the time, packing it down. The clamp is filling up nicely now. We are just up on rolling. It's a bit tight with two machines up on this narrow clamp, but as long as we keep out of each other's way, or mostly as long as I keep out of his way, we'll be alright. It's just that he's struggling to roll the back with the big fork on the front. He just can't get tight to the back wall, so that's why I'm up here. So you will notice on our left hand side, just up there, just towards the front of the clamp, there is a missing walling panel. That's because we moved it on first cut. We put it behind us in a wall. There was always a gap at the back of this clamp, and years ago we used to come up through a ramp to fill this clamp from behind us. Okay, so fill the whole lot out level. When we were doing it with a buck rake, tractor and buck rake, it was all fine. But these big machines, there's no way that machine would fit through this gap, or the gap that was there. So we haven't used it for a long time. So we've took the panel away from down there, put it in the back, and got us a much better back corner. So it was always a struggle to fill it up properly because we just had wooden panels in there. So by putting a concrete one in there, it made the job a lot better. And we got some new ones ordered 6 weeks ago on a 6-week delivery, and still not here. So that's why there's a gap. It's annoying, but there we are. These things happen. So here we go, just on the final rolling, we are all done. Looks like, and the wind does now seem to be getting up. The side sheets are all blowing all over the place. Isn't that typical? Our original plan was to put this end panel at the back, and then if this one was missing when we come to fill it up, it wouldn't have made any difference. But the end bay of the shed is just a little bit shorter, so the panel wouldn't have fitted. So we had to come back into that second bay, and that big gap at the back is where the panel went. Yeah, so the very end bay behind us now, it was short, so the panel wouldn't have fitted. So that's why we had to go for the one we did. But that's a far better job at the back now. All we had before were some timbers across, and it wasn't very easy to seal up, get a good corner. So it's much better in the back corner now. It's just annoying that this panel here didn't arrive in time, because we could have done with it here. Anyway, so there we go, that is it. Wholecrop 2025 is finished. So this has all happened within a week. Deal done and cut and clamped all inside a week. So there we go. Should hope this will now go a long way to ensuring next winter we have enough to feed the cows. So coming soon, our second cut grass silage is going to be a tricky one to make in this heat. It is going to be, we are as best we can going to cut, rake, pick up within a very short window of time. So yes, see how we get on with doing that. So I would say thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.